Hi there and welcome back to Japan, where I'm continuing my listen through of Just Bring It by BAND-MAID. And we are on to the track decided by myself. As I keep on saying, this video is part of a track by track playlist review of every single song on the album. It's not the first one we've done, but if you want to follow this one, then the link is in the description below to the playlist. Hopefully you are already on the playlist though, in which case, like I say, you'd have just seen my old review of Awkward, and now you're back with me here where I'm going to be checking out Decided by Myself. Then after this is Secret My Lips, another one that I'd reviewed before, so that one, after this video you go back to that clip, and then after that you'll go to my final conclusion of the album. So we are nearing the end on this one, and thus far I've got to admit it has been a really good album. Not every track has stood out, but there's been no bad tracks, or certainly not even been any disappointing track. Every track has kind of had its ability to really connect and be a good rocker. Some of them have been a little bit more forgettable. Like I say, the last track that I had actually reviewed today was the track You, which I felt was, didn't really stand apart from the rest of the crowd, but was basically good. So, I'm interested to see what we get here. So we've Decided by Myself. This is the last track on the album that I haven't heard yet, although, like I say, after this review, you'll see my old review of Secret My Lips before the conclusion. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what this happens, what this adds. This is the last part of this album I haven't been introduced to, and considering it seems to be everyone's favourite BAND-MAID album, I'm really excited to see what I get from this song. So anyway, here we go. Without further ado, it is Decided by Myself. And play. Okay. So we're doing hard rock again. Nice pre-chorus. It's really building up the energy. I really hope the chorus pays off on this one. Okay, relatively simple chorus, but nice. For an album track chorus, and we always say it's not a single, it's more than good enough for an album track chorus, and the energy is still there, really blasting along. Little side stick, I love that. It's really great that we're hearing more of Psyche's voice in this song. I really feel like I'm hearing the detail and the strength of her voice here. Chorus is growing on me as well, actually. Works so well with the energy of the song, Some of the breakdowns on this album are brilliant. They're great as a delicate band as much as they are being a rock band. They know how to add subtlety well. surprisingly quickly there. I mean, it's interesting because it's a 4-minute long track for all intents and purposes, and it felt like it ended very suddenly, almost abruptly there. It really sort of came to a conclusion quicker. They usually sort of let their choruses play out more than that. So actually, that felt very short for the length that it actually was. Sort of coming up on 4 minutes. It felt quite together, and I think that's because the energy really barrels along. The chorus, the first time I heard it, didn't really hit me too hard. It was just okay. By the end, though, I was really into the chorus and actually looking forward to hearing it probably played a little bit more. So yeah, it was a real good growing chorus. Like I say, the chorus itself, it wasn't the melody or anything was particularly like the best or the catchiest or the strongest, but it was so in keeping with the mood and the energy that had been built up throughout the rest of the song that in context it actually worked really well. And I felt this whole song just kind of barreled along brilliantly. I know the bridge had that little subtle bit, but that was just kind of to sort of give you a breather. Yeah, that all worked really well. This song, I should point out, now I don't often talk about Psyche too much in these videos, and the reason I don't talk about her so much when we're doing BAND-MAID, as I've kind of said, is because she is she's pretty much what you'd expect if you've ever seen her personality in the sort of the social media and the commercial side of the band. She doesn't see herself seemingly as a celebrity or a front person of the group. She just kind of sees herself very modestly. And that is something that, as a result, projects into a very sort of business-like approach, or professional approach she has to her performance, in that she's always just there, on point, doing a great job. So there's very little to say about her most of the time. But this song was quite interesting because I felt just the way that the notes were written with slightly more medium to long length notes, and just the way that the whole melody moved, you got to hear the delicacy and power of her voice more. I felt this was much more, rather than her just sort of giving the melody that holds everything together, it really felt like this song was about her voice. And the rest of the instruments, for a change, kind of felt like they were more behind her in the background. Yeah, I really felt that her voice came across brilliantly here. The details, especially when the song was and it's quieter, more broken down, but you can really hear the details in, the way that she begins and ends the notes. This is something which isn't talked about a lot, and I think it's so important with singers. We often talk about how a singer starts a note, how they come in onto a note, the power, the projection, the timing, the impact. What we often don't talk about is, and it's equally important when you look at the artistry of how singing works, is how you end a note is equally important to how you begin it. And you often find that with a lot of more junior or less professional singers, they hit the note, and then they just kind of, when they're halfway through the note, they're thinking of the next one, and the note just sort of tapers off. It doesn't end properly. What I really loved about this was the way that she sort of transitioned between the notes, just sort of the way that each note started and ended, and you could hear it, you could hear the sort of quality of projection, the details of the way that she sort of constructed it. I know these are qualities that she shows all the time, but I think this song helped highlight a lot of her qualities as a singer in a way that maybe is not so so much extorted in their other music, or expanded on in their other music. It just kind of sounded like this was a song that really was carried by and highlighting her. Now musically it was absolutely fine. Like I say, the chorus took a little while to set in with me, but eventually did. I think that's because this is not one of those sort of mind-blowingly wow, listen to how that's written songs. It's just kind of one of those ones where it establishes a mood, it establishes a sort of feel and goes with it, and it's kind of got that tense but sort of moving feel. It's very sort of kinetic, but it's also a little bit it's got a sort of emotional tension to it, and so as a result it kind of just keeps its mood consistently from beginning to end in a really likable, or at least a very believable and very consistent way. I just kind of like this one. I would normally not really say it's like, again, kind of like I said about the last song I reviewed today, which was You. It's one of those ones where on paper it's not one I would particularly write home about. It's not one where I go, you really have to listen to this BAND-MAID song, because they have other songs like this, ones that are arguably better as well, doing this same sort of mood. However, if someone wanted me to highlight a song that kind of showed off Psyche's voice, I would perhaps go for this one. And I wonder what a lot of commenters think, because I love the fact about on this channel, it's for the comments. I give my sort of opinion as someone who's worked in the music industry before, and you guys give me your opinions as people who love this music, and then we can sort of discuss it. And I know it might not be seen as the most direct demonstration of the quality of her voice, and yet just to me this one gave her the right amount of room, and just the way her voice was mixed and what you got to hear, you really got to hear her controlling her voice beautifully, and I think she extracted more from the vocal melody of this song than there really was there. So yeah, great stuff. Now, anyway, the last song on the album, Secret My Lips, I have heard before and done a review, so if you're following the playlist, which I certainly hope you are, you'll hear that next. And then after that, you're going to go to my conclusion video. My conclusion video is kind of an important one. It's one where I take all of these songs, the ones that I've just heard in the reactions in the last couple of days, and the ones that I'd heard before, and I just sit down and I listen to the album for a few times over, and I come to give you guys my final report on what I think of this album once I've given all the songs time to settle in, grow on me, or it may be wear down on me. I'll give you my final conclusion on what I think of this whole album. But anyway, thank you so much for tuning in. Really appreciate sharing this with you. As always, get in the comments. But until I see you on the next video, hopefully very soon, for now, ciao, ciao. Thanks for watching. Feel free to check out more of our hundreds of videos we got online on this channel right now, or get involved in the discussion with us at the many social media links we've got in the description below, where you can suggest new videos and artists for us to check out on the channel. Or you can just do the usual YouTube stuff and comment, like, subscribe. You know how this works by now.